The winds of green change are blowing in France, turbines spinning in the late winter sun, symbols of a growing renewable energy landscape.
I remember when I was a young kid, I used to watch some movies or even some, anime where there were wind turbines, and it was looking like the future.
Olivier TEXIER is the director of engineering for a Chinese company operating the wind turbines here, 160 kilometers to the east of Paris. The turbines more or less run themselves. They can assess whether the wind is strong enough to spin or too powerful to be able to operate safely, and they can change to face the direction and angle of the gusts. A wind turbine like this can provide enough electricity to power a small village, equivalent to the annual energy usage of around 12,000 people. A team of engineers monitors the output of the farm, troubleshooting if necessary.
I can see where we are. We have always local people either working for us, either working with us in the company. And that's really a typical thing of green energy, since you have PV panel, wind farm everywhere over the territory. It means you have employment everywhere in the territory. And that, I think, is a great advantage for this industry.
Chinese companies like CGN Europe Energy bring experience in renewable power to the development of wind farm projects across Europe. China is one of the world's biggest producers of carbon emissions, but it also makes more than 70% of all solar panels and half the world's electric vehicles.
We believe that for our sustainable development, we should have some new resource of the energy, including wind power and solar power and some other types of the energies. And all these can change our energy diversity. This can help us to have a bright future.
The International Climate Agreement in 2015 was signed in France, and the government is keen to showcase the country as a model of green policies. But some critics of the government say the greening of the economy is too slow, while others challenge the investment in wind turbines.
There is a conflict over the use of inland wind turbines with people who want to conserve the countryside and tourism, so there is a contradiction between the development of wind turbines and other economic activity. It's an unresolved problem because there is a very significant movement against wind turbines here in France.
To meet European objectives, renewable energy must account for more than a third of primary energy consumption by 2030. The French energy model is not as carbon intensive as the UK or Germany, thanks to the nuclear industry. While the French government supports the sector, it also wants to cut its reliance on nuclear energy by 2035.
It's not the interest of the main nuclear producer to see competition coming with renewable and cheaper energy. And that's the paradox and the dilemma the government is facing every day.
Back in the countryside, the landscape is changing. Many landowners now see more economic benefit and political will in green projects rather than traditional rural industries.